Alright, hello, my name is Mr. Hammond, and we are going to look at some simple equations. In this particular video, we're actually just going to look at one equation, and we're kind of going to go in depth. Now, looking at this equation, d plus 2 is equal to 8. You may be able to solve this right off the top of your head very quickly, and that is great. But what we are going to focus on in this video is the process, because as you continue in algebra, the process is going to become more and more important because you're going to see more and more complex problems, and you need to see the actual process that you use to solve the equations. So here is just a very simple equation, and the way that we know that this is an equation is by this equal sign right here. Whenever you have something that has an equal sign in it, that is considered an equation. Now, what I like to think of when I'm solving an equation is to think of that as a wall. So I'm going to draw a wall right down through here, and that gives us two sides that we can work with. So we have the left-hand side and we have the right-hand side. Now, what this equation is telling us is that d plus 2 is equal to 8. So those two things are equal to each other. What we need to do is, to solve this, we need to get d by itself. So we're trying to figure out what the value of d is. So in order to do that, what we need to do is, looking at this left-hand side, what do we need to get rid of in order for d to be all by itself? So think about that for a second. And you probably got it. What we need to do is we need to get rid of this 2 here. So we need to get rid of that. And in order to do that, we need to use opposite operations. So we are going to subtract 2. Now you might remember that both sides are equal to each other. Now, if we subtract 2 from the left-hand side, we want to keep each side equal to each other. So we are going to do the exact same thing to the right-hand side. So we're going to subtract 2 from that side as well. Now, when we subtract 2 from the left-hand side, 2 minus 2, they cancel out. And what we are left with is just simply a d. So we're left with a d. Remember, this wall, the whole time we see this wall, it always represents equal sign. So we'll go ahead and pull that equal sign down to there. And then we have 8 minus 2 is 6. So we have our answer is d is equal to 6. Now again, the important thing here is the process. So as you go through each of the problems in this lesson, keep that in mind. And just let me know if you have any questions at all as you continue throughout this lesson.